Don't forget that this tutorial is part of a series of tutorials which you can access on our YouTube playlist, or alternatively, if you would like to, you can purchase the whole course on Udemy. There should be a link to the YouTube playlist and a link to our Udemy course, which should always provide the best price in the video description. Although it's common practice to initiate projects with a new database, it's not always necessary or optimal. Sometimes you will need to integrate an existing database into a project. In Django, the inspect-db is a management command that automatically generates Django models from an existing database schema. This, of course, is particularly useful when you have an existing database and you want to integrate it into your Django project without having to manually create models for each table. Before we take a look at the command, it is important to mention that the inspect-db isn't perfect and may require manual adjustments or corrections after generating the models. Generally, it does do a good job automating much of the process, but there will be some complexities or unconventional conventions that you may be utilizing within the database, which may result in inaccuracies. It's always going to be recommended once you create, or if you utilize the inspect-db command, to thoroughly test and validate all of the generated models. So here we have our project that we have been working on within this module. What we're going to do is have a look at utilizing inspect-db and compare to see if it is able to actually replicate the tables and fields that we've generated within our project. If you haven't seen the tables and relationships that we have developed so far, this is the database ERD. So this represents a general database setup in terms of we have a number of tables, we have a few different types of relationships, one-to-many, many-to-many relationships, and we've got a few different constraints set within some of our fields. Although we are using an SQLite database, this should work with different database backends supported by Django, including Postgres, MySQL, SQLite, Oracle. Right, so let's give this a go. Now, remember, we are generally assuming that the database that we are scanning through and trying to replicate isn't a Django database. Of course, just for this example, we are using an existing Django database, but this could be absolutely any database. Now, when we use the inspect-db command, it will inspect all of the tables in the database. So to see that in action, you can see that the output will appear in the terminal. So we will need to specify potentially a new file to save the output. So I'll go ahead and do that. We can inspect now the file. So you can see what has been generated is Django models. So Django has tried to inspect all the fields and attempt to map each column in the table to the appropriate Django field type. It considers data types, constraints, and relationships to determine the most suitable field type for each column. Now, you may have some custom fields that Django doesn't quite understand. In that case, Django would typically assign that field to a text field. And now, in addition to that, if you read the documentation, it also mentions that if it doesn't understand or recognize the field type, in addition to using a text field, it will also insert the Python comment, "This field type is a guess." Now, you may have already seen the comments that is generated when we generate these models. We are told that we will probably have to rearrange the model orders. Maybe there's some additional functionality that we need to add or remove in order to get the models in a state where we can actually utilize it within our Django application. But overall, it's a good job. If you were to now compare these models to the actual tables, you would probably find that in our case, where our tables are quite simple, Django inspect-db has done a good job at trying to replicate the original models that we utilize to generate the tables in the first place. Now, there is a whole bunch of tables there. You may prefer, for example, to select individual tables. So you can do that using the tables command. So there is no switch, no dash there. It's just tables. And then just go ahead and select the table. So table 1, table 2, and so on, whatever the table name is. So that's how you're going to select tables. There is also an exclude option. So you can select all the tables except for the ones that you exclude. So that option is also available. Just a quick correction. I specified tables with plural. It is just table, not tables. So the table option, and then specify the individual tables with a space. For more advanced features, just go ahead and have a look at the help text here. You'll notice the include partitions and include views. The include partitions flag here, this is going to be Postgres or Postgres SQL specific. So when you use the include partitions, InspectDB will generate models not only for regular tables, but also for partition tables. So partition tables in Postgres database allow you to split a large table into smaller chunks based upon a specific column. So you'll be able to potentially capture that within your InspectDB process. Include views is more general to and is supported by Postgres, MySQL, SQLite database. So here, the InspectDB will generate models not only for tables, but also for database views. So views are virtual tables that represent the result of a query. So there we have the basics of utilizing InspectDB. So don't forget that for the general case, it does a good job at replicating data structures from an existing database. Generally, there will always be a need to make a few tweaks in the output. And of course, if you are using a very complex set of relationships or database setup, there will obviously be a little bit more work that you need to undertake. Overall, InspectDB is a useful command to know, but you may not utilize it that often. So it can be incredibly helpful in different scenarios. Maybe at the start of your project, initial project setup, there may already be a database configured. You just need to create the Django app for a specific database. As a Django developer, let's not forget that we may not actually be the person administrating the database. There may be a team or an individual who manages the database, and we simply need to replicate the changes that were made directly to the database in our Django project. That might be a good time to utilize InspectDB to inspect the changes or to automatically generate a new model with the changes that have been made directly onto the database. Other instances where you might want to use InspectDB, potentially for part of the testing phase or part of testing, or potentially just to understand a database of an existing application. Don't forget that as long as you can define the connection details within your Django project settings, Django will always utilize that when you run InspectDB, unless you specify a particular database, to generate the models for that database.